think Sunderland. You know, it's a good point. Obviously, when you get a man sent down in the first half, you go down to 10 men, it becomes really difficult. You're going to have long periods without the ball. Aston Villa, even though they haven't scored this season, but they're a team that you can open you up, and on their day, they're a difficult team to play against. But I felt like for Sunderland, you know, great spirit, great attitude, and to finish the game, you know, with a point was massive, going down to 10 men in the first half.
Which game are you keeping an eye on, Tim, for us?
Well, it was that one because, I mean, Sunderland could very well stay up this season, and a point when you go down a man, it's huge. It's like a win. Villa, on the other hand, unconvincing. I mean, Matty Cash hits a pile drive from outside the box. The keeper should throw his cap on it. It goes to his hands. So, like, yeah, they scored a goal, but, I mean, they don't know where their goals are going to come from. So for Sunderland, I thought it was a great point.
Aston Villa are not going to be in a relegation fight, though, are they?
No, listen, it's a long way to go. But, you know, when you think about the Villa teams, you know, they play good football, and there's a big focus on the build-up, and they play through the thirds. But you have to do better against 10 men. You know, you're going to have, obviously, like I just mentioned before, you're going to have more of the ball. But you have to pass with a purpose. You have to create chances. You know, because at the top end of the pitch, you have got match winners. But for me, they play good football, but at the top end of the, in the final third, they're not creating enough chances.
OK, they've fallen off a cliff, quite frankly. They're sitting in 18th position in that relegation zone after last season. Aston Villa, Bournemouth against Newcastle. What are your thoughts, Rob?
Well, they're calling it the Eddie Howe derby, when they Steve Fletcher said, and, you know, the team that he used to be at with Bournemouth, where I thought Eddie Howe showed real maturity today. He changed his system to a back three. He blunted the Bournemouth attack and said, listen, we're going away from home after Champions League and we're not going to be too open to play. So I think there's a good point for Newcastle on the road, especially as he rested a few players.
Good point for Newcastle?
I suppose so. I think that's where Bournemouth is nowadays. They're a good club. They're a difficult place to go to. You know, Newcastle United 2 years ago, Champions League and the Premier League. It's hard to really be very dominant in both competitions. And maybe Eddie Howe's saying, you know what, we'll go there, it's tough to beat, and a point's not bad.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.